like that. Woo!
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, aka B. Just before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe all of our YouTube videos. Hit that like button as y'all enter in, as well as hit that share and subscribe button as well. You know what I'm saying? As y'all come in here, man, my people, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like button so we get all the notifications that drop through. You know what I mean? Also, if you have a comment in the comment section, hit that button where it says thanks and that $ super sticker, super comment button right there. So y'all get a chance to, you know what I'm saying, send your love. If you have a comment, hit that button that says thanks right below on that same line where it says like, dislike. Scroll to the left and you'll be able to hit that button, get your comment seen. We'll read it out right away. And go to our Cash App, which is $BJ Matthews, for all of this great content that we're willing to drop. You know what I mean? We got member appreciation night tonight for a third time. You guys have not seen our first two. We had Mrs. Hope Davidson for the first member appreciation night, our moderator, but also female hooper, four-time state champion, former college player. She pulled up to the first one. We had my man Tuna Sports. Go follow my man Tuna Sports. We had him on last weekend, actually 2 weekends ago, last Thursday. Cleveland Cavaliers content creator. Go follow him as well. And we have my man from the Bay Area, Mr. E. Leezy, the real E. Leezy, you know what I'm saying, from the Bay. Pull up last Friday. Great content. Go follow my guys, the real E. Leezy, Warrior fan, and also Cleveland Cavalier fan, tuning in sports with the great content. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of great stuff coming y'all today. My man Alan NG said, take away his emotions. Yes, yes, sir. So um for a fourth guest, man, for the member appreciation night, we got another great member who just became a pull-up badge member just last week. Um, you know what I'm saying, has very great knowledge, very great content as well. I got my man, Mr. David Robinson. He's going to be talking about, you know what I'm saying, Ty Lue and his questions on why does it seem like Ty Lue does not get the same grief that a lot of other coaches get when it comes to how he performed last season. So I want to first introduce my man, David Robinson, and appreciate you coming in. What's good, D-Rob?
What's up? What's up? How you doing, BJ? Thank you, brother, for having me on the show. You and Rick and the rest of the family. I appreciate it. I've been a pull-up member or follower for a couple years since the first time I shot you a message. So yeah, we've been like keeping in touch ever since. So thank you. Much love. Appreciation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what we're gonna do, man? We're gonna go ahead and give you the floor, man. Take as much time as you need, man. I know that you're ready for this, man. Once you're ready, make sure you hit that. Let me know. Just say, "Hey, BJ, I'm ready for the chat," and I'll drop the link so y'all can come in, man. So the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So I hope everybody can hear me okay. I had my own podcast before. I'm from the Bay Area as well, as BJ noted, but I do come to LA during basketball season to hang out and go to the games and just kick it. I've been a fan ever since Kawhi came over. Real fan. I got season tickets like 2 years ago. So basically, I'm part of the Clipper Nation, the Clipper family. Hope y'all accept me. I mean, I was a Warrior fan for all my life. But I kind of got a little bit discouraged of how they were running the business when the owner took over. But I kind of still a Warrior fan deep down. But I've been a Kawhi Leonard fan ever since I've seen him play. I think in his second year in the playoffs. Ever since then, I've been following him, and now he's with the Clippers, and I'm definitely on board. So yeah, as I was telling BJ, I was on the listening last night, and basically a lot of the stuff that I was feeling came out just naturally within the conversation last night. And basically, a lot of people, as I can see, feel the same way as I do about the mistakes that Ty Lue made last year. I don't. If the Clippers lose, honestly, it's okay. I mean, I can deal with that. But to me, at times, it felt like Ty Lue was almost sabotaging the team and just doing stuff that really is like, mind boggling. It's like hard to figure out, well, why is he doing this? And, it was a lot of drama, a lot of stuff. Of course, BJ was reporting on it. A few other people were reporting on it, and basically, everybody is trying to still figure out why he did some of the stuff he did. And I don't think the media that covers the Clippers game in and game out, day in, day out practices and all that. I think Ty kind of, from what I can see on the press conferences, he kind of has them a little bit scared. I think he bullies them, and I think they're afraid to ask him the tough questions. And he's good with he has the mouthpiece, so he knows how to avoid the tough questions and kind of spin it and change the narrative a little bit when he feels like he doesn't want to answer a question. And I just feel like he needs to be held accountable. And then you have all the the talking heads on TV, all the ex NBA players who are all his friends and his buddies, so they're not going to say nothing negative. So I just feel like as fans of the Clippers, it would be nice if some of the local media guys would definitely hold him to account for some of his mistakes and some of the stuff that he does. I think he showed a lot of favoritism last year, as everybody knows, with Reggie Jackson and also with Marcus Morris, not giving Covington any run and kind of playing games with T-Man. And I feel like it affected the team. I don't know. I'm not in the locker room, so I don't know the real deal. But it just seemed, going to the games, it just felt like, just something wasn't right. And basically, that's what I was feeling. So that's where I'm coming from. I was always a Ty Lue fan before he took over the Clippers. So, it's not like I hate the guy or anything. I just feel like, I don't understand how he's coaching. And basically, like a lot of people said last night, the Clippers don't really have a direction on offense. They just get in there and free flow and jack up shots and basically, depend on the talent to win them games. And I don't think we can survive like that on a long-term basis. The playoffs is a little different, but during the regular season, they definitely need to take it serious. I was glad to hear him say that uh, on one of the shows, podcast yesterday. I saw him, and I think it was Up in Smoke. And basically, he was saying they need to take the season more seriously, the regular season, and get ready and ramp up for the playoffs. So let's hear some comments and feedback. You guys go easy on me tonight. That's my first time on this channel, on this format, but I'm ready. All right, BJ.
Still going, D?
No, I'm ready. I'm ready. It's all good.
Are you ready to drop the link? All right.
Dropped it.
Sure. All
Yep,
right,
dropped
cool. You was cooking, man. I thought you had some more.
it. I could talk longer, but you know what I'm saying? I want to give everybody else a chance because I think it's going to be a good conversation. I think a lot of people feel the same way. Some people more stronger than others, but I know I was heated last year watching them play and just watching how things were developing. It just wasn't cool.
True. Well, let me put some of these comments up, man. If y'all got y'all want to come in, man, and there's the link. If y'all got comments you want to write, I'll put them right here so D Rob can read them. Why don't you read that one, D Rob?
Okay, this one is from is that Pagan? Is that the one you're talking about? It says
Yeah,
salute to
yeah,
everyone.
Peggy.
As a Clipper fan, I'm not all in on Ty Lue anymore either. So yeah, that's I think that's kind of how everybody is feeling. I mean, well, a lot of people. I won't say everybody, but you know, um, yeah, I just feel like he needs to show us something this year early. We got another one from Alan Ng. Take away his emotions. Yes. Okay. Yeah, he's definitely emotional when it comes to his boys. He's definitely, feeling a certain kind of way, especially when it came to Reggie Jackson. I felt like he was trying not to hurt Reggie's feelings, but you know what I'm saying? If you in the NBA making that money, man, you got to put up, got to show and prove. Thank you, Hope. I appreciate you welcoming everybody to the podcast. So you think family issue was a factor last season? It could have been. I think his family situation is never easy. I've been there too, so yeah, it does affect you in certain ways. So that could have been it. If so, he could have stepped away. He had some capable assistants. Hope says Ty Lue wants PG and Kawhi to be serious about the regular season. Yeah, I want Ty Lue to be serious about the regular season. I think PG and Kawhi was just trying to get healthy and ramp themselves up toward the end of the season, especially Kawhi. I mean, I kind of predicted that he would, around the first of the year, that's when he was going to really just let it loose, and that's what happened. Pagan says, what did you make of Robert Covington not getting run and Russ just walked into the team as a starter? What's up with that? Yeah, I feel that 100% because Rocco, I felt like he should have at least been given, half of Marcus Morris minutes. I felt like he had something to contribute, especially on the defensive side. I don't think that Morris has it anymore. He used to be a solid defender, but he doesn't even get in there and bang. He doesn't rebound. He just pushes and shoves people around. I mean, that's not ball. You know what I'm saying? I think Rocco, he's a solid player. He hustles. He's got a good shot. I think he should have got plenty of run. Russ, I'm a Russ fan, but I was kind of like against him just walking in and starting right away. I thought we could have saved at least 3 of those losses that we had. I think we had 5 or 6 games that we lost in a row when he started, and I felt like Terrence was really basically establishing a good. I think we played some of our best basketball during that like 10 or 12 game run when Man was put in the starting lineup. I felt like he was running the offense. He wasn't pressing. He was playing within himself, and it made everybody else play within themselves also. And I felt like them switching it so quick to Russ, I think it just threw everything off, and it was just too much too soon. I think Russ could have worked his way in. He was cool with that, I think. And then eventually he could have, they probably would have played together instead of having what's his name, Gordon playing so much. They probably would have ended up playing Russ and T-Man together, which I think would have been a deadly combination, and bring Kawhi and PG back in the front line with Zoo. I think that's a good lineup. Okay, Alan Ng again. Who will be steering the ship next season? That's a good question. I have no idea. If it's not Ty Lue, I don't know. They have B. Shaw, Brian Shaw on the bench. They got a couple other coaches that are capable. It's hard to say. Big fan Breezy. So Alan's the only one really making a lot of comments on here. Salute Hope. Always hit the like button, then leave to listen to the rest of the next day. He got jokes. I don't see any more. We got some more comments. Everybody hit that like button. Subscribe, share, add more to the family. I'm waiting for Bruce to come in there. I like listening to Bruce because he always come with the knowledge and the common sense. So, I'm a big fan of Bruce.
What's up, man?
What's up, Big Bruce?
How you doing?
Salute, brother. I'm good, man. I'm good. Just glad to be on here and much appreciated BJ to invite me on here. So,
Yeah, I was ready to ask you about Tim Duncan, but I'm like, okay, that's a different.
My understudy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to catch
was
a lot of
busy.
flack.
And BJ texted me. I was doing something, and then BJ texted me, and then
okay.
I come on.
Glad you
I
came
don't know
on.
what's the topic. Why Ty Lue did get a pass?
Yeah, I just feel like Ty Lue doesn't get doesn't catch any heat from the media, from the media that's covering the team. I mean, asking them the tough questions, trying to figure out like, what's he thinking? Why did he make that particular move? Or he doesn't answer. You know what I'm saying? He finds a way how to divert the attention to something else. And I just think he should take a lot of the blame. He should just own up to his mistakes from last year and just start fresh.
There are certain people that the media protects.
Right.
There are certain people that the media likes and loves. Like Ty Lue is one of them. Even though I said that since January that he should be fired.
Yeah,
Because
me
I
too.
think he was not doing a good job. And he's still on the team, and I hope this is his last year. If they win the championship with him, that's fine. But I think Ty Lue is protected because he's loved by the media.
He is.
He has bodies in the media. He has bodies in the media. Like Chris Paul is protected in the media, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, they
That's
don't
right.
get on him like other players, right?
Yeah, they
So
get away with a lot.
Yes, all season he was being protected, and they know Ty Lue is underperforming. And I think Doc Rivers is loved by the media too.
Yeah, he never got any criticism. Still to this day, he doesn't get the criticism that he deserves. I think in Philly is different because their media out there is tougher. They don't care. The East Coast is a little bit different. But out here, they give them a pass as long as they smiling and letting them in the locker room and be around the players and stuff. Then they all good. But
They were on Steve Nash on Brooklyn, but because Doc Rivers won one championship with Hall of Famers, loaded Celtics. They don't, and then after that, what has he done? I mean, Steve Nash lost in the second round too.
Yeah. First round and second round, I think. Yeah.
People forget that.
Yeah. You know what else, Doc? Doc, he's I think, isn't he the only coach or one of the few coaches that lost like 3-1 leads like multiple times in the playoffs?
He's the best at it. He's an Hall of Famer at losing 3-1 lead. He lost 3-1 lead in the East Coast, West Coast, everywhere.
Yep.
Yo. What up, you guys?
Yo, who's this?
It's Big Fan Breezy, man. What up, BJ? What up, Dre? What up, everybody? What's up, y'all? What's up to the whole family?
Breezy?
What up?
Sir.
Shit. I gotta be honest. I don't think Ty Lue's a top 5 coach right now. I know that doesn't, what I'm saying, sit well with you Clipper fans, but I'm not trying to cook or no shit like that. But to the conversation, I looked up what makes a good coach, and they had 8 different things. The first thing was driven, 2 said non-judgmental, 3 said compassionate, 4 said curious, 5 said observant, 6 said authentic, 7 said professional, and 8 said trustworthy. Now, these are the elements of what makes a good coach. Without, going through all of it, do y'all see some of these elements in Ty Lue or nah? Well, how do y'all feel about Ty Lue? Do he have these elements? These are qualities of a good coach. Does he have these qualities? Is he a trustworthy coach? Is he observant? You know what I'm saying? Is he driven? To me, I feel like he's not driven. I feel like he's a real, it is what it is type of coach. Will make the best out of it, but he don't seem like, he's like, mid, like he's just like meh. I mean, am I wrong?
Did Ty Lue get a technical last year?
I don't think he did. I don't think he did, but
got like a nonchalant attitude.
All he does is cross his arm. That's all.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he's very good with accepting like feedback from his coaches. I mean, I watched him like a lot of those games, like being at the game. Sometimes I watch other people not on the court, and his body language sometimes made it seem like it was his way or that's the only way. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I think he has a lot of those qualities, those good qualities. But like someone
Which
brought up
ones?
earlier, that
Which ones? Is he compassionate? Is he curious? Is he observant? Is he authentic? Is he
yeah,
professional? Is he trustworthy? I think he's professional.
I think he's professional. I don't think he's trustworthy. Last year showed me that he's not trustworthy at all.
Oh
But
man, why he not trustworthy? Why? What happened?
I mean, if you're a head coach and you see that things ain't working, and you have players on the team that are playing hard, they want to play hard, and you're not even giving them light in order to shine or to help the team. You're more focused on like keeping everybody happy or whatever as
So
a
that's not
coach, man.
professional. That's not
Yeah,
Yeah,
professional.
that's not. Yeah, I'm with you. That's not professional or trustworthy. So these are two elements he doesn't have. These are 7 and 8. So if he's not trustworthy or professional, can y'all say he's authentic?
I can't say he's not authentic. I mean, I don't know him
He's not
well
authentic. He
enough to say
lied
that.
so many times at the podium. He said that he was gonna do something, and he never did it. So he's not authentic.
Well,
Okay.
he's good at spinning. He's good at spinning the narrative.
So that's
So
not
if you
authentic.
come at him, well, he's a good talker. You know what I'm saying? And he knows how to get the media to get off of him. You know what I'm saying? He throws stuff out there to let them know that, hey, I'm not going there. Don't go there with me. If you do, it could be some, you may not like what you hear or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's just the person that I think he is. I don't know. I don't
I'm
know him,
sorry,
but just from watching his body
Kawhi,
language,
and Paul George took the blame for him last year
they
because they
did.
said, oh, it's because of Kawhi load managing and Paul George load management. That's why they're losing. So that's why is getting the pass because of Kawhi. They
Yep.
mostly blame Kawhi because
Yeah.
they don't blame Ty Lue.
Bruce, yeah, can I ask you something, Bruce?
Yes.
Similar to the Brooklyn Nets. Kawhi had a lot of power like a KD had when coming to the team, and even now it seems like. So my question is, should the leadership come from Ty Lue and not Kawhi Leonard? Because to be honest, Ty Lue or Kawhi Leonard don't look like vocal leaders. I think y'all biggest vocal leader is Paul George. I mean, he's a great podcaster, but is he the vocal leader for that team, or am I missing something?
I think the vocal leader could have been Marcus Morris, but he's been awful.
Okay.
I think the vocal leader now is Westbrook.
Yeah, I agree to that.
What you think, BJ? BJ, you there?
BJ is not the host tonight. It's David Robinson.
Yeah.
The general, not the admiral.
All right.
But
Dude, Jerry
I
Smith.
think
Y'all agree with Jerry Smith? He said, what he said? Lue is a very good coach. The problem is his two best players are never healthy during the regular season and postseason. Can't blame that on coaching.
Yeah.
Right. That's a fact. Bruce, you can't fight that.
Word.
So it was Kawhi and PG that decided, okay, let's play Marcus Morris. It was Kawhi and PG that said, okay, this guy, I have a guy on the bench that could help. Let me not play him. Right? Is that Kawhi and PG that said, okay, I'm not gonna play Terrence Mann so many minutes. I'm gonna play other players that's not gonna give me anything. That's because of Kawhi.
And he already knew that those guys may not be available. So I mean, just based on their history. So it was up to him to make the decisions on who the other players were that could step up. And he didn't pick the right players. So that cost the team a lot of losses. A lot of that could have bumped us up at least, maybe closer to the number 4 seed or whatever.
You saying that the rotation he didn't get it right. So who he played and who he should have played?
Hell no, he
Marcus
didn't get
Morris
it
should be
right.
under the bench.
Okay, Marcus
Morris shouldn't have even played. They should have got rid of him last year with Jackson.
Okay. So all right. So what did he do right? Did he do anything right? So from a fan perspective, like in the rotation?
No. The rotation was messed up. He didn't handle Terrence Mann correctly. I think I don't think he uses Zubac the right way. I think they should go inside because Zubac is basically nobody can really stop him inside. So if they just keep feeding him, or at least use him as a threat, then it would open things up for the other players. He's not a bad passer either. So that's what I'm saying. He didn't use his weapons correctly. Then you have somebody like Rocco on the bench. He's just sitting there, doing nothing. And then, even throw in like maybe Coffee, he can come in with energy, slashing to the hoop, playing defense. You know what I'm saying? He didn't use what's his name either.
John Wall.
The white dude that they traded. Well, Wall, Wall, he had it.
I think he didn't give a chance to John Wall. I think.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of John Wall. A lot of discrepancies with y'all coach, man.
What?
I say y'all Clipper fans got a lot of discrepancies with y'all coach.
I said that Ty Lue should be fired since January.
Man. Absolutely. So you definitely don't got him a top 5 as a coach.
Heck no.
No way.
He's not even top 10 for me.
Damn.
Nah, if you saw some of the stuff that we were watching, bro, I mean, I'm sure some people would probably wanting to kick their TV or something, but or whatever. But I know Ty Lue, man, he doesn't have very many fans left after last year. Not the way that he coached.
I want to see some passion, some emotions.
Right.
It's like, okay, let me get this game over. I can get home. That's what I saw.
Bruce, the first thing they said as far as good coaching is driven. I'm gonna read that. I just to emphasize your point. Say this is perhaps one of the most important characteristics for a coach to possess. As a self-start kind of profession, unlike a salary position in an organization, coaching requires a coach to have a drive and appetite to succeed in the industry. So without going further, y'all saying y'all don't see that in Ty Lue. Like, that's valid. They saying that this is the most important characteristic for a coach to possess, and this is why I'm saying the whole nonchalant attitude. You know what I mean? How you gonna get players excited to play? That's why I think maybe fans might not look at Patrick Beverley as the favorite player, but players love him. Like, he's a player's player. You know what I mean? Like, they love him because he's driven. He goes to the playoffs and he's just like, yo, you would thought they wanted a chip or something. You know what I mean? So I think players being driven or coaches being driven does mean a lot to the sport.
Ty Lue seems like last year that's some man beaten down. That is over it. He's begging to be fired.
Right.
Like,
yes, I was just going to say that.
Get me out of this misery. I'm tired of it.
Exactly right. He looked like he wanted to be fired. I think he was trying to get himself fired with that whole fiasco with Marcus Morris and Terrence Mann and Jackson. I think he was just, like, I don't care anymore. Just fire me so I can go home and collect this $5 million a year or whatever he's making. You know what I'm saying? I actually think he probably was okay with that.
Damn, this
he used to be a good coach.
And I'm not gonna lie, man. So basically, and I'm gonna be honest with you. All year, all season, I was saying, and this came from us, the Nets having Nash as the coach. I was saying, a lot has to do with the coaching. There's a lot of close games in the fourth quarter, that clutch time that we could have won those games if he called this timeout or played this play in the last 5 minutes. So I said all that because I feel like coaching is 45%. I give the 55% the larger part of it, the obligation of winning to the players, because you got stars and they the one actually playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do give 55%, but I do give a large part because to the coaching, because the offensive schemes, how you protect the rim, how you protect the basket, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody got to be in sync, like on the same page, that kind of thing. So I think that coaching is 45%. Y'all agree with that, or how y'all feel about coaching?
I don't know about the percentages, but how do you feel? Do you feel like Nash actually held the team down? Do you think he lost the locker room? I mean, what were the major factors in them actually the team seemed like it was a mutiny with the players and wanting to get rid of him? So what do you think caused that?
I think he wasn't ready for the job. You know, he got that job, but that was because he was cool with you know who. And I think at the end of the day, you know, he for the most part shouldn't have been in a situation where he's taking on a championship team with zero assistant coach experience. You know, I shied away from thinking he would be a good coach because of it, and it showed that in moments he just needs superstars to be superstars. He wasn't somebody that was drawing up X's and O's. And yeah, I thought that with him being a better coach, that we could have won more games. But that being said, you know, I'm looking forward to Jack Vaughn to next season because. So
I'm sorry. Steve Nash was not like a great coach, but he was okay. I mean, Steve Kerr wasn't an assistant coach. Steve Kerr wasn't an assistant coach. I mean, he was like one toe away from the conference finals, and he was like. And remember, Kyrie got hurt. James Harden was hurt. So if those players were healthy, do you think the Nets could win the East? I believe so. So
yeah, no,
I mean,
course,
Nash has had a lot of fault, but the superstars were not playing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They were the ones that were leading the charge for him to get fired too.
You were blowing out the box. You were superating even with Kyrie. And
I don't know how much I credit that to coaching. I really don't consider that.
Okay, he was not coaching. Okay.
Wait, I got a question.
Yeah, like, I'm listening.
Wait, just as players have bad seasons, are coaches allowed to have bad seasons too? Do coaches have bad seasons too?
I mean, yeah. Look, I'm glad you asked that question. You don't put a rookie coach in a situation where it don't matter if he win or loss. You can see as of now, Nash is not even coaching nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say that it didn't matter to him the same way it mattered to Kevin Durant's career, the same way it mattered to Kyrie Irving's career. They came to the Brooklyn Nets in prime years. So yeah, it's fine for Nash to do that on a team that don't have championship expectations, but a team with like the Brooklyn Nets, I just thought it's not that he shouldn't have been a coach that season, but for the Brooklyn Nets, I disagree. Unless it was assistant coach, I don't think he should.
Okay.
I mean, I was asking.
Go ahead. As a player, I feel like Nash should have known how to handle those superstars since he was a superstar himself. I think he possibly lost the locker room because, I mean, even the best players need some kind of, discipline. You know what I'm saying? They need some kind of direction. You can't just let the players run the team and then, you just do whatever they say. You know what I mean? It has to be some kind of balance. You know what I'm saying? You're going to let them have their leeway. If they show you that their way is going to work, then you roll with it. But if it's not, if your way is working, hey, it's not broke. So, you know what I'm saying? Why should we change up? So I think in a lot of ways, I think that's how Ty Lue is basically messing up on the Clippers is because he, like you said earlier, Bruce, he wants to blame Kawhi and Paul George for everything instead of him coaching up the players that he has. You know what I'm saying? As a good coach, if you're a top 5 coach, you're going to figure out a way how to win. You're not going to just sit there, send your guys out there and
that's true.
Run into the...
Well, you think a coach can win without their best players? Like what coach?
Yeah, they can win 50-50. I mean, if you can win.
Nah, but you gotta be driven. Like they said, like KD even apologized because he said, "Oh, how y'all expect us to win? We got Nick Claxton and Royce O'Neal." Then he had to apologize to the guys. Like, what the fuck you mean by that? Like, you don't think we out there trying to win? You know what I'm saying? You can't look at players like, "Oh, you haven't proven yourself, so I don't believe in you." You gotta believe in this. You the coach. I see how you out there. I need you to work on this because if you do this and you develop this, you see the stuff that the players don't even see. You got the intangibles, and I think again, the better coaches are known for player development and what they do with players that come out the draft, the rookies.
I'm sorry, KD and Kyrie are not coachable.
KD and Kyrie, what?
They're not coachable.
They're not winning either.
They're not coachable. They hate every coach. They always have issues with coach. They always get coaches fired.
They're not winning either. Michael Jordan in part of his career didn't even want to play without Phil Jackson. He felt like he needed to be coached by Phil Jackson for it to work.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
the great players respect their coaches.
who does Kyrie and KD wants to coach them?
Huh?
Well, I guess
Kyrie said they don't need a coach.
KD wanted Monty Williams, but he gone now.
And then Monty Williams got fired.
Yeah.
Right?
Kyrie, I agree with you about Kyrie. I don't know that if he's uncoachable, but I just think he's set in his ways. He's gonna have it the way he wants. If he doesn't, he's not gonna play, or he'll figure out a way how to create some kind of drama.
If I had a team, I don't want Kyrie on my team.
I think Harden is the same way.
Comment.
Me too. But I mean, I just want us to focus on Ty Lue because Bruce, you're just looking at 1 year and kind of, just because of 1 year, you just want him fired. But the year before, when he did a hell of a job, I don't think you were saying they should. Yeah, I don't think you were saying that they should fire him.
And he did a good job without his superstars, right? It's like both of those guys were hurt last year. I'm not talking about this past season, but the year before that, 2020 was. Yeah, and they played well.
But don't you think the players actually stepped up and played better than they did last season that they did the season before? Because if you keep in mind, Marcus Morris was playing better, Reggie Jackson was playing better, even Luke Kennard was playing better. You know what I'm saying?
So is Reggie Jackson?
But you still have players on the bench.
Are they good now? Now?
They're not playing good. They weren't playing good last season, so I think we should blame them more than blame Ty Lue.
Really?
Nah, I think Ty Lue
put them in the game.
That's right. When the players fall off, then you pull them out of the game. You find out what's going on. You put the next guy in. Let him see what he can do. If he doesn't work, you find another guy. If you had to make a trade, make a trade. But you can't just keep putting guys in. He was putting Jackson in like every game. He was playing 30 minutes a game. He was playing like shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't just keep running them out there and then expect him to I'm going to give you time to get you get yourself together on the bench. Okay. The next guy, you go in there, you get in there, show me what you can do. Those guys are hungry, man. They want to play. BJ Boston, he wants to play. You know what I'm saying? They got guys on the bench on the team that can actually ball, but they don't get no playing time. Rocco, he could have easily replaced Morris, and then Morris would have went away because nobody would have missed him. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Reggie. You see, they traded him. You see, they start winning right away.
NBA champion.
Why they trade Reggie away? I gotta know.
Come on,
but
man.
I mean, I was just joking when I threw that out there. But bro, if you're a coach and you keep like this game, you play this lineup. The next game you play this lineup. The next game you play another lineup. It's gonna look like you don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I think you got to play whoever's playing well. I mean, you don't just put a guy in for 5 minutes and then take him out. You got to let him, get into the flow of the team and see how he plays with the other guys. But see, that's the thing is that those guys were already proven from the year before. They already proved that they can play together. I mean, Coffee played, all the bench players that they had played last year, not this past year, but the season before. And they all played well together. They played as a team. And actually, when you really look at the Clippers from this past season, when you took Kawhi and PG out of the game and you put those other guys in there, the ball moved around. Hardly anybody was, pounding the ball, dribbling between their legs and all that old bullshit. They were passing the ball to each other, and somebody was always going to be open. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to play team ball. Ty Lue, it's his responsibility to make the team play as a team. When your superstars are there, they're going to get the ball, but even Paul George and Kawhi are selfless players too. They're going to pass it to their teammates because they want them to help. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all Clipper fans, right? In 2019, I'm trying to add to the conversation. In 2019, this is why I think the ceiling so high for him is he took y'all to the Western Conference Finals.
Now that was 2021.
Hold on. Lue led the Clippers to the Western Conference Finals, the first conference finals appearance in franchise history. I think that's what all the hype is revolved around. The fact that Lue did that. He led the Clippers to the Western Conference Finals. It was the first conference finals appearance in franchise history.
Right, and it's first season.
Right. So, I'm saying that to say He's the coach that did that. So that's why I think, for the most part, the fan base don't want to give up on him. But I ain't gonna lie, maybe I should do a pause, because y'all sounding like 50-50 right now. Like, I don't
That doesn't mean anything. The Bucks just fired a coach that just won the championship like 2-3 years ago. That doesn't mean anything.
Nah, he should have been fired though. Budenholzer should have been fired, but I mean, Budenholzer's not making the same mistakes that Ty Lue's making, in my opinion. This dude actually makes Ty Lue actually makes adjustments. Budenholzer doesn't make any adjustments.
Adjustments, really? Marcus Morris shoot his with a left hand or right hand? What adjustment? What adjustments?
Bruce, let's talk about the playoffs itself. The Clippers beat the Jazz in 2021, right?
Okay.
They were down 2-0, right? I mean, they were down 0-2, right? What did Ty Lue do in that series to help them win 4 straight?
Well, once Kawhi got hurt, then they all stepped up. Everybody.
Oh, now it's the when the team, bro. I don't like what you're doing right now.
You mean when Donovan Mitchell was choking?
Bruce, let me say this real quick. When the team wins, it's the players that are stepping up. But when the team loses, it's Ty Lue not doing his job. Come on, bro. You can't be doing that.
No, what I'm saying is, like, he played the right combination. The players, you know what I'm saying, he used his bench. Like, this year, there was no excuse for what he was doing. I feel like his rotations were whack, playing 4 guards and a forward, stuff like that, and just kept running them out there, and they were getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Just his moves, his coaching decisions were like, you couldn't understand, like, why is he doing this? Why is he putting this combination in? At least throw in another big. I mean, put Rocco or Batum in, at least somebody that can get some rebounds. I mean, they were just it was substitutions that just didn't work.
Damn, yo, the chat fighting.
I mean,
back.
this season,
Jared Smith. Jared Smith said, "How you see him? They talking heavy." He said, "How far do you expect him to lead his team when he has to count more on role players than his star players?" Yo,
that's
what didn't they say that?
I thought he was a coach.
But wait, didn't they say the Clippers had the best bench in the league? Didn't they say they had the best roster in the league?
So that's
bro, best bench is not gonna win you a championship without any star player.
Well, we're not saying they're gonna win the championship, but I mean, at least win majority of the games, right? They had the talent to compete, but those guys weren't playing.
Miami Heat went to the finals with undrafted players.
The Clippers had a winning record.
Yeah, they had a 500 record for majority of the season. They were right around 500, maybe below 500, and they were creeping around there. And the end of the season, they definitely, put on a push, and they got over the hump and were able to, secure that 5th seed. But you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of games we lost were because of coaching decisions.
I'm sorry.
I agree with that.
We cannot give Ty Lue a pass, man. Those second round, first round championship, Clippers are done with that. Okay, now it's championship, NBA championship, and if Ty Lue is not gonna help, he needs to go. That's it.
Hold on, I want to say, to add to that, what I will say as a fan, when KD and Kyrie wasn't there, seeing what the coach do, I did determine whether or not he was a good or bad coach on how you know how to win without the stars there. So I feel y'all as a fan base, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, we did the same thing, you feel me? And yeah, I contribute calling timeout at the right time. Like, if we got the lead, don't wait till they take the lead to call a timeout. Wait till we got like if we had an 8-point lead and then now we got a 2-point lead. All right, now call timeout before they tie it up or take the lead. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Timely timeouts. There's things that I contribute. I say, I can consider that. That's what a good coach would do. And like y'all said, heavy with the subs, who's in the rotation, and how big is the rotation. In my opinion, good coaches using 10 players in the rotation. I that's how I look at it. What about you guys? Y'all guys like more or less in
8 to 10. 8 to 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 10 is good during the regular season, but once you get in the playoffs, you got to cut it down to about 7 or 8 guys. You can't just keep Well, I probably say 8 guys, not 7, 8.
8, okay. 8 to 10, 10 to 8, 8. But definitely more than 7.
For sure.
Right.
8
sure.
to 10 for sure. All right, that's what's up. When I'm looking
Man,
at oh no, I'm listening.
with people like you, Tyler would still gonna be losing, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, he's all right. He's a good coach."
With Kawhi and PG,
What?
you said Ty Lue's going to be losing with Kawhi and PG on the court.
Yes. If he's not, okay, here you go. I'm gonna say, if Ty Lue don't win a championship this year with Kawhi and PG not missing games, playing, he needs to go.
I agree with that.
So whether Kawhi shows up or not, Ty Lue needs to get fired.
There needs to be something, man. A coach,
Yeah, I
the
think
coach has to go. It's over, bro.
So somebody has to be the scapegoat. That's what you're saying.
no, I
Well,
think
yeah,
we just
Doc
need it.
Rivers was the scapegoat, right?
Okay, yeah. Nah, Bruce, I agree with you, but I just want us to be a little bit fair because if the Clippers lose, you can't just solely blame the coach. The players need to get blamed as well. That's all I'm saying.
You mean like the Bucks blame Giannis or the coach?
I mean, I
The
blame
Suns blame
Giannis. I don't blame the
KD.
coach.
The Suns blame KD for missing all those breaks, was shooting all those breaks, or they fired Monte Williams.
I mean, the Suns had no defense, Bruce. You know that.
So
They had nobody for Jokic. Like, if you're going to depend on DeAndre Ayton to stop Jokic, then you have you in
so it
trouble.
was Ayton or the coach. Why did they not get rid of Ayton and they fired the coach?
Because, like you're saying, somebody has to be a scapegoat. But me personally, I don't think the coach was the scapegoat. I think DeAndre Ayton was the scapegoat. Should have been the scapegoat, but they didn't fire him. I mean, they didn't trade him. They got rid of the coach. I think Monty
They
Williams
signed
is a
him to
good
a new
coach, but
contract.
yeah, but I think Monty Williams is a good coach. You know, it just didn't work out. Sometimes things don't work out in just one try. You know, so you got to give it another try. You know what I'm saying? So
Sometimes you need a fresh voice. If the coach is the same coach and he's coaching the same way, I think players get tired of that after a while, and they kind of tune him out.
You're not gonna win a championship with Monte Williams.
Bruce, you probably
Yeah,
said
this
that
is
about Michael Malone, but he won a chip. So
No, I never said that about Mike Malone.
you never did.
Nope. I said that about. I'm gonna say that about Nick Nurse in Philly. He's not gonna win a championship.
All right, that's your opinion.
well, if a coach doesn't have a game plan, I think Ty Lue, I think he lost his way, maybe because of the family issues he had. I don't know, but it just seemed like he wasn't into it. And I think a good coach would have been able to salvage a few more wins and keep the other players on the bench engaged. I mean, you could see the players on the bench like whispering, like, "Man, I don't know why." They probably was saying, "I don't know why he ain't putting me in or putting somebody else in. This guy ain't doing nothing." You know, and I think after a while, man, once your players, once they tune you out or don't really care or feel like, you know what, I don't trust this guy, and I think he lost the trust of the team. He had the trust of certain players, PG, Kawhi, Morris, the veteran guys, but the younger guys, and they have a pretty young team. If you get rid of some of them, like if you get rid of two vets, Batum and Morris and maybe Covington, then you have a relatively young team under 30. So basic average age, basically, you got to be able to adjust and coach your players instead of having a system that doesn't work and expect your two stars to bail you out. And I think PG and Kawhi covered up a lot of mistakes. So those two guys, scoring a lot of points and just playing, out of the world, it actually got them over the hump in a lot of games. So
They can lose. They can lose the vets like Marcus Morris. I don't want Marcus Morris to contaminate the younger players with bad shooting. You know,
And favoritism.
I'm just I think the Clippers just need a something new. Something is missing. Something is missing. It's
For
surely
sure.
something is missing.
I don't know.
And
They need I think they need, you know, I think they just need to go in a different direction. I think the offense is too stagnant. I think they rely too much on 3-point shots, and
whose
I
job is
think
that? Whose job is to fix the offense?
that's a coach.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Man,
Time
if
for
I'm
Lue to
Butler,
go.
I just give it this year. After that, I'm keeping 1 star, and I try to see what players I can get, what decent player I can get, and hire a new coach.
I agree with that.
Right. So you know, and I don't want James Harden on the team because I know after 1 year, if he's unhappy, he's gonna be like, trade me. So I don't want to mercurial stars.
So Bruce, if you were to fire Ty Lue, like who's the coach you gonna hire?
I mean, Mark Jackson is there.
Well, Kenny Atkinson, he's with the Warriors. He's just sitting
Nah,
on the
nah,
bench.
nah,
You don't
nah,
like him?
nah. Kenny
So
Atkinson
Mark
is
Jackson.
broccoli, man. Kenny Atkinson is broccoli. Clippers don't need no broccoli, man.
Broccoli.
So Bruce, Mark Jackson hasn't coached in a long time. You really think he can come on the team and make a difference?
I mean, Ty Lue hasn't coached for when? Since when?
Wait, what are you saying?
Ty Lue hasn't coached for like 2 years. So
What do you mean?
I mean, he's just like a clapper, Ty Lue the clapper. Right?
So you want him to be out there cussing out the players and the officials out there? That's what.
Do something, man. Just do something. Just don't be a clapper. Coach
Bruce,
Clap. Coach Clapper.
Everybody's different. I mean, Eric Spoelstra.
No, Tyler wasn't like this before. When he was coaching Clippers before and the Cavaliers, he was talking.
So you think he's doing this on purpose, or like what do you think is the issue?
It's somebody who's beaten down. Okay, I know because Tyler looks like somebody like me when I'm beaten down, when I'm tired, when I'm on a job. I'm like, please fire me, please.
So I got a question. I got a question for you, Bruce. So do you think that Ty Lue has lost the majority of the team?
He lost the team and the fans.
I mean, I would disagree, but I just think he had a bad season, and coming back this season with all his players healthy.
You know how Ty Lue looked like to me? Like Doc Rivers in Game 6 and Game 7. He was like, "Yeah, we done." That's the same thing. Okay, Game 6, 7 against the
if you call Doc Rivers a bad coach, I wouldn't have any problem because 3 straight years you kept getting bounced in the second round. We fire you. It's never going to work. That's cool. But Ty Lue is different. His players have been hurt. His players have been hurt. Kawhi Leonard has not been healthy.
Embiid has been hurt.
But that's a big factor.
He stepped on the court. He played, and he came up short.
Kawhi has stepped on the court.
So. He didn't step on the court the year before.
Okay.
I mean, injuries are part of the game, but, and that's a big factor. I think, Ty has that. I mean, that's probably why he didn't get fired is because those two guys missed so many games. But in the long run, if he starts off the same way as he ended up last year, well, the playoffs wasn't bad, but if he starts making weird coaching moves and stuff, I think he's got to go.
Easy, click on the link. I will tell you what do I think is a good coach. Click on the link.
Yeah, Bruce. Pagan 180 disagree with you.
Really? So
With
who do you guys want to be replacing Ty Lue?
I don't know. I mean, Brian Shaw's on the team. I mean, he
Brian
can
Shaw.
coach.
Come on, man.
Yeah, he's got experience. I mean, as an assistant, he hasn't had a head coaching
Replaced by
opportunity
Mac
yet. But
Malone. Look what happened.
hey, well, he knows basketball.
I mean, Ty Lue knows basketball. Doc Rivers knows basketball.
Well, I seen Brian Shaw light into a couple guys on the bench over there. He lit into Russ a couple times late in the season for not playing, getting back on defense, just walking back, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to play
Yeah,
with some
the next guy
enthusiasm.
is always the next girl is always looks good until you get her.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
Well, you got to also. I mean, there's a lot of factors with the Clippers. I think PG and Kawhi probably saved Ty Lue's job, at least for another season. So I think they like playing for him. I think he's probably a good players coach, but
Yes.
he just doesn't know how to make the right adjustments at this point. Or maybe it was just last year. Maybe he just had an off year, like you said.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was an off year. Cause, bro, you can't tell me that Ty Lue doesn't know how to make adjustments. Like, I'm not. I can't. Man,
Exactly.
I'm short of words.
Exactly.
I don't want to believe it. I just don't want to believe it.
Mhm.
Because at some point, I heard that Ty Lue was the best coach in terms of making adjustments. And
Who
2
said
years.
that?
Who said that?
Yeah.
Everybody said that when he made adjustments and beat the Dallas Mavericks and the Utah Jazz. That's what I was hearing. When he actually had
Man,
the stars playing, that's what I was hearing.
with Luka doing the James Harden, it's easy to beat them.
So, what kind of coach do you guys think the Clippers need? A defensive-minded coach or another players coach who just let them
Defensive
come
minded.
down and
Defensive
throwing up
minded.
threes?
I mean, I think Ty Lue's just he's perfect for the Clippers, in my opinion.
Okay.
I thought so too.
Yeah. Never
But
gonna win because
I'm sorry, Bruce. Go ahead.
I said if Ty Lue coaching like he was coaching last year, you're not gonna win.
Yeah, that was an off year. That was an off year for him.
Okay. I hope he turns it on this year, the upcoming season.
I mean, Bruce, that was just one off year for Ty. Like, apart from last year, like, could you give me another year that Ty Lue was making these same coaching mistakes? Because I'm trying to remember, and I can't remember a year that he was making these kind of mistakes.
He's only been there what 3 years, 4 years, 3
I think
years.
they could have beat the Phoenix Suns even with a Kawhi. And he decided to play. I think he should have played DeMarcus Cousins more against the Suns.
Oh, in 2021?
Yep. And he decided to play Zubac more. I was upset. I was like, why is he not playing DeMarcus Cousins? He plays DeMarcus Cousins like 10, 15 minutes a game. I was like, wow.
Didn't Zubac get hurt in that series?
Yeah, he did. He had an MCL injury.
So.
And Marcus Morris was hurt too.
So that should have opened the door for Cuz.
He wasn't playing him. Else.
wasn't one of his guys. That's why.
Wait, Bruce, are you sure? Because one of the games he had 15 points.
How many minutes?
23.
That's not enough, man. I think DeMarcus Cousins can still play, but the NBA is you have to be like in the good boys club. I think DeMarcus Cousins closed a lot of doors because of his attitude.
His attitude, right. I can see that. Yeah, need to have a good attitude. And he gets a lot of texts.
Yeah.
Gets a lot of texts in the little time he be playing.
He was great in Denver, so I don't understand why they didn't even want him back. That was weird to me.
Yeah. They rather sign DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that was definitely weird.
why? So there's something. I mean, coaches and GMs talk to each other. So you're
Yeah,
not gonna
but
get
Cousins played for Malone in Sacramento. That's when he had his best
exactly.
season.
Yeah, he was a beast in Sacramento.
So it's probably something that had to do with the players, maybe Jokic or Murray didn't like him or something. I mean, a lot of his personalities too. So, these guys are divas. So basically, they just, that's why I think you need a really hard-nosed coach, somebody that's not gonna like bow down to these players just because they, superstars.
Clippers needs to trade Ty Lue for Nick Nurse.
It's too late now.
I mean, Clippers did trade for Doc Rivers, so it's still
You
possible.
said trade. Now you want to trade?
Yes, trade Ty Lue for Nick Nurse.
Oh, that'll be different. Trading coaches.
I mean, I think Nick Nurse is better than Ty Lue, in my opinion.
So what do you guys predict the season for the Clippers this year? How do you think we're gonna do? You think we'll make top 5 seed in the West?
Yeah, I think a 4th seed, 47 to 50 wins.
I don't see Denver repeating though.
Yeah, me too.
Somebody in the podcast said 60 something, 60 something.
No, that's not possible. If Kawhi's going to play 60 plus, then yeah, but Kawhi's not going to play 60 plus, so I don't see the Clippers winning 60 plus.
If Kawhi and PG both play like at least 60 games, I think the Clippers could take the 2nd seed, maybe 3rd seed.
But do you think they're going to play 60 games? Because I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I think if one of them, if they get hurt, well, hopefully they won't get hurt. But if they play like staggered, like if one of them is out and the other one plays, I think they'll be okay. I think one of them can basically carry them pretty far on their own, with the rest of the team, of course, with the rest of the other players. But if they're both out like they have been together at the same time, it's all bad.
Right.
All bad.
Right.
But with Russ being there, I think Russ will definitely make a big difference too. And if they can keep Powell, I like the Clippers team the way it is. I wouldn't trade anybody right now. I will keep the team exactly how it is,
With
except for
Marcus
Morris.
You keep Marcus Morris?
No, hell
Okay.
no. But except for Morris, Morris has got to go. And if they're not gonna if they're not gonna play Rocco, they should trade him and get something for him because a lot of teams I'm sure want him. But otherwise,
I would trade Marcus Morris for cash. Use that cash to sign Christian Wood.
shit, I cut him. I wouldn't even play around with
have
that.
3 centers right now.
No, I would try to have Christian Wood on the team just for insurance.
Well, you're not gonna play him?
I mean, can he play the power forward? I mean, he can
Yeah, he
shoot.
can.
I
That's
thought
what I
he
was
was a
going to
center.
say. He can shoot.
I mean, not very much though. I mean, 35%.
What?
35%. Come on, Bruce.
I mean, that's good. That's pretty good for a big man.
Okay.
I would put him at the 4. I mean,
Exactly.
he can
That's
run. He's an athlete.
Oh, Bruce, like you say, no defense. No defense.
They ain't getting no defense from Morris either.
I mean, his defense is better than.
So why trade Morris then?
At
I said
least Wood
trade
can block some
Morris for
shots.
cash. For cash. Morris said, "If I'm not a starter, I want to be out of here." Didn't he say that?
I don't know. I know he disappeared at the end of the season for about 4 or 5 games.
Because he was benched. He didn't want to be on the team.
But Ty Lue put him right back in the starting lineup. That's what I'm talking about, man. You can't trust Ty Lue.
But I mean, the Clippers traded for KJ Morton Jr., so I think he's gonna be the starting power forward. So that
break.
what you mean break?
Everybody's gonna double team Kawhi or PG and leave him open, and he's gonna shoot those bricks.
He's a good athlete, but I don't know if he's strong enough to play the 4. They'd be better off moving Kawhi to the 4.
But Kawhi the same height. They both 6'7".
Yeah, but Kawhi is strong though. He be in there battling. He be guarding centers sometimes. I think that's the Clippers' best lineup is maybe put Paul George at small forward, Kawhi at power forward, and then I would start Terrence Mann and Russ together, and then just see how that rolls.
What? Terrence Mann and Ross together? Come on, man.
Yeah.
No.
T-Man's not really a point guard. He's more of a 2 or 3 player. I mean, he can play
You guys
small
are
forward
in
or
love
shooting guard.
with Terrence Mann.
He's athletic, man. He makes things happen, man. When he's on the court, it seems like good things just happen. They just have it just picks up the energy. The guys play harder or something. I don't know, but it seems like every time he comes in, it's like they get some turnovers, they get some fast breaks, some dunks. You know what I'm saying? And then, I think he's ready.
Yeah, he does help with the transition defense and pushing the pace and the fast break opportunities. But him being an offensive player, like running the offense, like I don't trust that.
That's why you put Russ in there with him.
Yeah, okay.
We have options. We got a lot of options right now.
What options?
I
don't see a lot of options.
I actually like what's his name? Actually, I like Moon and Preston. They both are pretty good quick point guards, especially Moon, man. That guy can score.
Yeah.
I would keep him on a big team. I would probably use him as backup point guard instead of Highland. I think Highland is more of a instant offense guy. You bring him in, play him 5-10 minutes spurts and see if he's hot or cold. If he's hot, you give him more run. But if he's cold, sit him down, bring him back in the second half.
I don't want the Clippers to be the what if team, like the Sacramento Kings. They should have won a championship. The Charles Barkley Phoenix Suns, they should have won a championship. There's a lot of great teams. They never won championships. The Utah Jazz, they should have won a championship. The Clippers have all the talent. They just have to win one. Kawhi Leonard has led a lot of championships on the table. Man, you need to win another one.
But Bruce, if he can stay healthy, man, I'm telling you, we would have at least
I'm
one
sick
chip.
of if he can stay off. You have to win this year, and if they don't win, Ty Lue needs to be fired. And one of those guys needs to be I'm sick of the every year we're gonna win. Last summer I said, okay, Clippers gonna win. Whatever. There's no reason. I mean, I'm watching the finals. I'm like, Clippers cannot beat this Nuggets, man. Come on, man. This Nuggets team was way worse than the Nuggets that beat the Clippers. No, way worse.
Jared Smith has
Bruce,
a good.
I actually disagree though.
Okay.
Because that Nuggets team in the bubble, they were slower than what they are right now.
That's not true. They were more athletic.
This year's team is more athletic.
No, I said the Nuggets in the bubble was more athletic.
Yeah, they were athletic because they had Jeremy Grant, they had Torrey Craig, they had all those defenders that could, you know what I'm saying, give Paul George a rough time. Yeah, but this year it's a lot of ball movement, a lot of player movement, and the offense is just fluid. Like it's not what it was in the bubble.
So what do you guys think about this? So Jared Smith said, has this win now experiment been a failure? Don't see Lue or any coach winning and chip there based off these Leonard PG injuries. I don't think it's a failure. Well, yeah, it's been a failure.
It's been a failure.
I would have to say
yeah. But again, Kawhi and PG have been hurt, so Bruce, I know you. I know, but that's the reality.
Well, they better do something about the move into the new arena, so they're gonna have to step it up.
I'm sorry. I mean, to win all distort the team. That's it. No other way.
Well, we'll see the season will be starting in about 3 more months. We'll see what kind of trade.
That's the season for the Clippers. Season
I can hardly hear you.
Starts in the finals.
The finals?
Yep, that's when the season of the Clippers starts for me, in the finals.
Why the finals?
Because I don't care about the first round, second round conference finals. I want to see Clippers in the finals. That's when the season starts for me.
All right, that's fair. But you don't want to watch them like in the regular season and see how they run plays.
I'm excited. Like, oh my God, we won. We beat the Lakers for like the 15 straight years. I don't care about that. Oh my God, Kawhi, play. Oh my God, Kawhi, the claw. Oh, no, the PG-13. No, I don't care about that. I want to see game 1 of the finals between the Clippers and below.
So will you be happy if they just made the finals, or do they have to win it?
No, they have to win the Lord Dario Bryant Trophy. For the first time in their history, the Los Angeles Clippers.
But Bruce, you gotta start from somewhere. You gotta take baby steps. You know what I'm saying? You can't just look at the end goal now, and just want to be in the finals. You know what I'm saying?
No. That's the goal. That's what they want. They need to see. It's when they go into the huddle, it's championship or bust. That's what they need to say. Championship or bust.
For sure.
I mean, Kawhi is not getting younger. PJ is not getting younger. Westbrook is not getting younger. I mean, Ty Lue is gonna clap less. So come on.
Well, it's like Thomas said, Ty better win championship so he can get a big fat check. That's for all of them, though.
I am in La La Land. That's what it's called. Los Angeles Clippers. LA. La La Land. Yes. Exactly. Amon Asadi.
Yeah, I agree with Thomas. The Clippers better take training camp seriously and win the first 10 games with solid rotation. If not, they'll repeat the same situation as last year. I agree with that.
Yeah, they better do. Yeah.
They need to win the last 16 games of the season. Championship.
I don't know. I have a good feeling this year. I think something's going to be different.
Okay. You have the Drake feeling.
I have a good feeling this year.
So
Man.
you're not optimistic for the Clippers.
I'm careful with the Clippers. I'm careful. I'm glad nobody's picking the Clippers. Vegas is not picking the Clippers. Nobody is picking the Clippers.
I
Because
think we're
every
gonna get 65 games out of Kawhi this year.
no, that's not gonna happen.
No, I
50,
don't think so.
50 or 55.
I'd say below 60.
Come on, guys.
I mean, I'm realistic. You guys want to dream.
Yeah, because we know he's gonna definitely low manage. So
Kawhi will
Got to
never
put
be
that
an all-star
positivity
again.
out there.
He's never gonna be an all-star again. So
now he can make the
What?
All-Star team, but the All-NBA team, that's what he can't make. Because the
yeah,
All-Star game is just half the
he's
season.
not gonna be all-NBA ever again. So
Yeah, All-NBA, yeah. All-NBA,
Y'all
all
don't think
defense.
he played All NBA last year after the first
60,
of the year?
no, 65 games. You have to play 65 games.
I know, but aside from that, he still was the best one, probably the top two players,
Man,
2 or 3 players in the league last year.
oh my God, we need to stop giving praise for little simples.
But
Come on,
coming
man.
off of ACL, man, he played pretty good.
When you go to a restaurant, you want to just taste the food or you want a complete meal?
The
I
whole
want the
meal.
whole meal.
Okay, so when you taste the food, are you satisfied? I'm not
Nah,
satisfied with Kawhi. I want a
that's like,
championship. That's it.
that's a tease.
Come on, man. Kawhi has been
Kawhi got to
teasing
stop
people
teasing
for
us.
years. Come on.
Oh man. Yep. Well, it seems like we don't have that much participation tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you guys
It's all right, David Robinson.
hanging with me.
No problem.
Appreciate you.
People are melting outside. That's why they cannot come on tonight. You know,
Yeah.
and they know that Ty Lue is terrible, so they don't have nothing to say to defend him. You know, I think he's top 10, maybe top 11.
Huh. I think I would say top 15. He's about middle of the pack right now.
Dang, Baba Bounce. All right, man. Andre Bounce. It's me and you, David. All right.
All right, my man.
All right.
I
Thank you. Good
appreciate
Where
you.
show.
y'all going? I just got on.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Oh,
Where
how
y'all
you doing?
going? I just got on. Listen, I wasn't gonna get on, but let me just say, no, Ty Lue is not top 5, top 10, top 15, top 20.
Dang.
That struck a nerve for you, huh?
Yo,
What it do?
salute, man.
Salute, man.
Go
Thanks
ahead,
for
Hope.
coming on.
Finish what you were saying.
Oh Lord, Kobe Jordan. Hey,
No BJ tonight.
Oh
no,
man.
it's me tonight.
Oh, that's cool. We talking about
Uh,
the top 5 coaches in the league right now, or if Ty Lue a top 5 coach?
Yes, who is your top
mhm.
5?
My top 5 coaches right now, I would say, just based off of this past season, top rank, I would put Eric Spoelstra up there. I would say Mike Brown from the Kings had a great season. I would say Mike Malone. I would say also Taylor Jenkins over there in Grizzlies. He's done a great job. And then that 5th coach, that one's a tough one.
but I would probably say Monty Williams. Those are probably my top 5 right now.
So yeah, the topic tonight was why does Ty Lue continue to get a pass for his coaching failures?
Yeah, I don't think he gets a pass. I don't know who's giving him a pass. I think
The
nobody
media.
had. Oh, the media.
The media, yeah.
I mean, what are they saying? I don't know what they're saying about him. Are they pushing him to be fired or what?
No, I just feel like, he doesn't get the proper criticism or critique for like his season last year, like some of the stuff he was doing, all that shenanigans he was pulling with the rotations and all that stuff. Nobody calls him out.
Well, I think. Yeah, I mean, I think the Clipper fans do call him out. I mean, you hear on BJ channel, so he calls him out. Every Clipper channel that I've been to outside of this channel, just other channels that I'm connected with, like every channel I've been on has also called him out. As far as the mainstream media, I mean, it just everybody kind of gets it a little differently. Like Kawhi Leonard, it's just context to it. Like Ty Lue, to me, he doesn't get a pass. That's why another reason why he didn't get the extension yet, because it's like they're literally playing. They're earning their extension this year. So depending on how this year goes, but also with Ty Lue, you also aren't going to get as much backlash with him because of the situation he's been put in with, Kawhi being injured the full 2022 season. And then if you look this year, Kawhi was averaging, 32 points before he got hurt. So, I mean, you adding Kawhi and PG and, who knows how far this team could go. So that's why I say Ty Lue probably gets a little bit more slack because his top 2 players are never healthy right now. Versus a guy like Monty Williams who had his whole team and they underperformed. You look at a team like, like the Bucks, he gets fired because they underperform. You look at a team like the Celtics who underperform. So to me, those coaches who had their players available and still underperform should be under more heat.
Right. Yeah, and the Sixers too. Don't forget about them.
In the Sixers too.
Ain't nobody thinking about the Sixers, Andre.
So there's context to it. I mean, if a coach don't have his best players, he can only coach who he has. So
that's facts.
Right. Hope I see you trying to be slick.
Now I got a question for y'all, right? Since I'm gonna throw it back on y'all. Do y'all think some coaches they get passes because they won championships, right, in the past with a franchise, but they don't get fired because, again, we look at them as a championship, multiple champions. Like, for example, Steve Kerr, these dudes.
I think it just depends on who it is, though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a factor, too.
Yeah, and the organization. I do think Kerr got a pass this year.
Even not to put any disrespect on Greg Popovich because he's a legend, and obviously he hasn't really had a team, but I guess you can't really put him in there because he hasn't really had a star. So I don't even want to put him in there. I was just going to say he hasn't had a good season since Kawhi's last year. So, but he's still there. You feel me? So,
bro, he had DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge, and he was still coming up short. But nobody was giving him the smoke.
That's why I say it just depends on the coach. It just depends. You don't.
Right.
Some coaches, I think it's just unicorns. But no, I agree with y'all saying. I just wanted to know.
Who you think would be a good coach for the Clippers?
I think we got the guy for the Clippers. I don't. If you ask me who would I replace Ty Lue with today, I'm not taking anybody over him because when I look at the game and I understand how he breaks down the game and his thinking patterns, he's literally one of the best playoff coaches in the league when he has this full team together. I mean, if you see every year that he's went far in the playoffs, you've seen the adjustments he's made. If you go back to 2021, throwing Terrence Mann in against that Utah Jazz team was the difference maker, right? If you put Doc Rivers in that same team, he does not do that because you know why I know that? It's because the year before, Terrence Mann got 0 minutes against Denver in the bubble, right? But if you look at the year after that, he trusted Terrence Mann enough when Kawhi went down. That's an adjustment you make in Game 4, right? Those adjustments are the difference makers, and that's why I think he's a top 5 playoff coach. So,
but isn't a good coach also able to make adjustments if his star players are out? If they got a deep bench, Clippers supposedly had the deepest bench of the best talent in the league.
No, that's true. I understand that. But again, guy like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, you can't replace 2 all-time defenders and 2 all-time scorers. It's just at some point talent supersedes your coaching. You know, if you remove Mike and Scottie Pippen from the Bulls, does Phil Jackson still win with that team as great as a coach he is? He wouldn't.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
that's a good point.
So
Yeah.
you still got to have talent, man. We can't be delusional. You know, we still need talent.
Well, like I said, Ty Lue is on his last legs. If he comes out, start the season the same way he was fooling around last year, man, he's got to go. He's holding the team back.
And sir, let me ask you: are you a Clipper fan? I'm not. I don't know if I just came in late.
Yeah, I'm a Clipper fan.
Cool.
I'm more of a Kawhi fan, but I'm still a Clipper fan.
Yeah, we'll see how this year go, man. I just got a feeling we'll be healthy, and then if we make the right rotations, which I think Ty Lue will. It's just this last year we had clone Ty Lue. We didn't have a real Ty Lue, so.
Okay, AI Ty Lue.
Clippers would be top 6. That's it. That'd be well, I take that back. That'd be the 6th seed.
Okay. What 5 teams do you have in front of them, Hope, this year?
I'm a Warriors fan because I rock with Stephen Curry.
I know that's your slogan. I know. But what 5 teams do you have in front of them?
I think the Nuggets would be better than them.
Okay.
I even think the Grizzlies gonna be better than them. The Lakers might be better than them. And that's all I can think of right there.
No, that's cool. I appreciate that. That's dope, man. I mean, you know, I think just if we
Because
healthy.
I can't trust Kawhi and PG to be healthy all season because of their past. And so it's really hard to put them in the top, put them at the
Right. No, I
top.
understand that, and that's warranted. That's fair. I see Kawhi playing about 50, anywhere from 50 to about 55 games this year. I see Paul George playing anywhere from 55 to 60, 65 games this coming up season. And then with that being said, all the additions, re-signing Russ, having him for a full season, Plumlee coming back, and then KJ Martin be thrown in. And then depending on if we trade Marcus Moore, it's a lot. But coming into the season, I'm way more confident because I know that we got Westbrook coming back for the full year. So him being in the locker room for the full year is going to make a big difference. So just from a leadership standpoint, and then like I said, those guys playing those amount of games, I think we'll be somewhere between the 3rd and 4th seed.
Yeah, I think about the
Let me ask y'all this question. Let me ask y'all this question. With the in-season tournament, is that going to help the Clippers or you think it's going to hurt them? Because would you play your guys that many games?
Well, they're not playing more games. It's just they're in a tournament a portion of the season. Like it's still 82 games. So, right? So they're still going to play 82 games. But no, I really can't put my finger because I really don't know how competitive or how serious these guys are going to take this tournament. Not just the Clippers, I'm talking about the rest of the league. So I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't seen this tournament play out yet. Like from your do you guys think the top tier teams will take this serious? Like the Nuggets, the Lakers, do y'all think they're going to take this serious? Or do you think this is something where they're going to play more the young guys?
Well, it depends on. I think it depends on if how close the games are together. Like if they have every other day, then I think it'll probably be cool. But if they try to do back-to-backs, I think you're gonna see a lot of guys not playing.
Yeah, I don't think LeBron AD gonna take it as serious. I don't think Jokic and Murray, like the guys that know they're trying to win a championship. I don't know. I gotta see it. I don't know yet.
But like you said, the games do count in the standings, so they still gotta win.
Yep. No, that's a good point, man. But now I just want to come up here. I know we was talking about top 5 coaches. I just think some coaches, they don't get enough credit. But yeah, I think, some of these coaches, like the way I look at it at a good coach is how well can he perform, like against top seeds. Like if he's going up against a better seeded team, how well can he perform against them? How well does he make adjustments against them? Like that's why I put Eric Spoelstra and Mike Brown up there, because I think those two dudes are
for sure
one of the two of the best like in game, decision makers as far as like, adjustments as well. So.
Well, we saw what your boy from the Heat coach did. I don't think he made too many adjustments in the finals.
I think Jimmy kind of faded a little bit in the finals.
Right. Yeah, he kind of slowed down in the finals. They won that second game, and after that, it was really the role players for the Nuggets that kind of took it over for me.
Yeah, they played with a lot more energy. They had more athletes too, I think.
Yeah, no, that's right. And then again, without Hero playing, you got to think, man. They didn't have Oladipo or Hero, so it's just like Hero. That's a 20-point per game score right there. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's for them to even get that far without him. I mean, that's coaching. You know what I mean?
For sure. Well, all right, guys. I appreciate you guys supporting me, coming on the show. It was pretty interesting there for a little bit. But I'm gonna call it a night.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, and we appreciate you for your topic for tonight. And
Thank you.
appreciate all of the ones that's on the panel and in the chat. Thank y'all every time for coming on and joining us.
Thank you, Hope.
And I appreciate you, Hope. I like how you say my name. You
Oh my God!
You always make me feel welcome when I come on BJ panel, man. She keep me positive. She got a good positive attitude, So.
Well, all right.
Yeah, have a good night.
Anything else you want to say?
No, just thank everybody. It was fun, hosting the show. Appreciate BJ for hooking me up like that. And I wasn't expecting it, but I appreciate it. So yeah, definitely it was good.
All right, y'all have a great night.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
He's not healthy, obviously, but seeing him on the floor, being able to catch and shoot at the very least, how encouraging is that as far as where he was when he got hurt 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was encouraging, to see, especially from a nasty blow that he took. Thought it could be a lot worse than what it was. And so just seeing him be able to do some things and actually starting to feel better, that's good to see, because you don't want to see your players get hurt and get injured. And it could have been a lot worse than what it was. You see the schedule that came out. The cadence is quick, like every other day pretty much when the season starts, except for after Game 4. As far as a potential return for Paul, does he need to clear some benchmarks? Does he need to practice? Is there something that you need to see before you would feel comfortable with throwing him out there in any series? Yeah, well, I'm not a doctor, but I mean, I really do lean on medical staff because, like I said, I think we have one of the best medical staffs, in the league, and so we're definitely not going to do anything to hurt PG. Even if he does try to come back and he's not right, then we're not going to let him go because we're not going to let him injure himself and make it worse than what it really is. And so when he comes back, we'll make sure he's 100. We're close to 100% without being able to injure it even more.
Defensively, you guys got off to a much better start than the last 2 games. What's your take on what that floor is looking like for this team?
I mean, we're still not where we need to be defensively. Like our help side defense, our shrinking the floor, our one-on-one defense, like our transition defense, like we're really not playing well defensively. Regardless of holding them to 108, we should have held them, especially there's no cat out there. Give them credit, they play extremely hard, and they got enough offensively to, as you saw tonight, if we don't take care of business, they're gonna give themselves a chance, and they did. But we just got to be better defensively.
Why has that been a fall off? Because when you were playing without Kawhi to start this year, this is a top defense. Even though we were looking at 5-minute scoring droughts, y'all were grinding games out. Like y'all have y'all full squad, y'all have the talent and everything. But why isn't it? Why are y'all fell behind?
I mean, we just got to continue to drill it. New guys here, new rotations, new personnel. We just got to drill it, and once we get it, we'll get back to what we were doing before the break. But I mean, I have no concern on that end. We got the defensive personnel to be a really good defensive team, so we'll figure that part out.
Paul, you've been limited coming out of the All-Star break, so you said that overtime period. Ty said that might be dealing with something. Are you dealing with anything right now that's kind of...
What happened?
Are you kind of dealing with anything right now?
Who said what?
Well, Ty said that you've been limited. You didn't play the second overtime the other night. I believe he said you couldn't speak on it when asked if you're dealing with anything. So I'm asking you, are you dealing with anything right now?
I'm okay.
Then can I ask why you're limited then? Why they're limiting you?
I'm okay. That's disclosed. But yeah, I'm okay.
Got you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Let's get ready for Hoop Jab.